Elio guys, and welcome back. So in today's video we're going to be going over the Seireitei challenge. So without further ado, you guys, let's go ahead and get this party started. Alright, so the Seireitei challenge is essentially 3 floors where you go through waves and waves of enemies, which is easier to show you guys, but there's a couple of things that you should know and understand about it, and in this video I'm going to go in a little bit more in depth about what you should be understanding. Now when you first begin, especially when your power level is like super duper low, I definitely recommend you go over here and pick out the best unit that you can. Try and base it off power level, but if you have a good understanding or if you've seen some of my videos, also keep in mind what type of kit that these units might have. This is also a great way for you to try out other units without you investing into them. So for instance, you didn't like Rukia but you wanted to play with this super duper powered up Rukia. You can give her a shot. Say for instance you didn't spend any money, even a buck to get Byakuya, but you want to try out Byakuya, give him a shot as well. So not only does this give you some of the power that you may lack in your current team or current lineup, since you maybe just began the game, but you also get to test out characters. So let's go ahead and just select Rukia for this time. Now once you get a little bit stronger, I don't really recommend you selecting more than one character or even two. It's really dependent on your team. Like if you get Kenpachi, I would definitely pick Kenpachi as a new player. Maybe Kenpachi and someone else. I've seen Soifan use, I've personally used her. I've used a couple different characters, but mainly what you want to take a look at is once again their power level and their kit level. But since I already have Kenpachi, I haven't tried Tozen. Not saying that I will I will try him, but I will also just pick Uryu just for this example right here, even though we might not use him. And then I just got wonderful RNG and I got another character select screen. Once again, none of their powers is amazing, but I'll just choose Joshiro. Now at my level I don't really pick characters, but for the sake of this video I chose to pick characters. And now we have our little battle screens of which we can choose what type of flag that we want to go towards. Now I find that the blue typing isn't that great because the effects that they give you and the benefits that you get from beating a blue rank is far less than the purple rank. So for you guys out there, I would definitely recommend going purple all the way. Get blue if you have to get it, like in this next stage, but just do purple all the way. And here we can just select what we can fight, and I always do quick deploy and I just let it go off just like this. And maybe because I'm lazy, I 100% believe in autoing the Seireitei challenge. Like I don't play this manually at all, just because once your characters get powered up enough, there's really no need. And the main focus of this is during the first floor, and actually the first and second floor is to get as OP as possible. And now since I've beaten that stage, we can select what we can pick out of the 3 choices. These are always randomized. Personally, I try to go for not only what my team composition is made up of, which is mostly Azure or White Tigers, but I also try to go for stuff that universally affects all characters. Like focusing over here on Tesai only is a bad play in my opinion. I do pick the Ichigo skill only because Ichigo is always in my team and he never dies because he's in the back lane. But other than that, I try to stick with something that affects the entire squad. So I'm going to be selecting Heart of Rage, and we're just going to move on. Another stage down, so now there's an epic White Tiger Jade carving. I don't have any of the Vermilions in my party right now, so I don't really take into account of that. And then also the Wintry Icicle. It's either or. I mean, both are honestly good choices, but in this case, I'm just going to go with the White Tiger because I know I have some White Tigers on my team. And the Wintry Icicle is a good choice as well because the 30% chance to weaken enemies attacked by 20% is pretty huge. And even though I don't have Internal Flame in my possession, it still is pretty huge. But I'm going to go with the White Tiger one for this time. And then right here, we can heal our characters, which is perfectly fine if you want to do that. I really don't recommend doing it on the first stage because I would mainly focus on powering up your units. So I'm going to go ahead and just fight. And just like that, they're down. Now I do believe the last fight of every stage, so the first and second floors, all offer elite choices only after you beat them, which is very important here. And once again, since I don't have any Vermilion or Black Tortoises in my current party, I'm just going to do Preemptive Strike because the first character to unleash a rage skill immediately gains 600 rage for all of the fights going on in the next 2 floors, which is great. I mean, if you have Vermilion though, or if you have Black Tortoise in your team, and I would prefer at least 2 of those, if not more, feel free to pick this. Base it around what your team composition is. But what I try to focus on, once again, like I said it before earlier in the video, is things that universally affect all characters. If there is a shield, if there's healing after battle, if there's something that can boost up their attack and defense or nerf the enemy's attack and defense, that's what I prioritize over all of this other stuff, because this is, some of it isn't there to trick you, but some of it just isn't optimal. So let's go ahead and do Preemptive Strike. And now we have the chest here. There's 3 chests, so 1 chest for each floor of you beating the challenge. And here's where it kind of gets, here's where your choices really matter. Now for some people, especially when I first began, I wasn't really using this to its optimal potential because I never realized it. And you don't have to do any of the purchases at all, because Seireitei is there to give you more soul jades, and if you're lucky on the final floor you can get some Ichigo shards. But if you are interested in purchasing more chances of the chest, I highly recommend that, because there's a chance that you can get a soul jade token, which is one of the tokens that you can use to summon a character with. It's only one, but Seireitei comes every 2 days. It rotates in and out, so it comes back every 2 days. So there's a chance that you can get multiple soul tokens every time you do the Seireitei challenge. So you have a couple chances of each chest, and if you can get a soul jade token, I think that really costs roughly about 288 soul jades. So in my opinion, that's a bigger interest to me personally, being able to pull more units so I can have higher initiative and higher power level versus just keeping my soul jades. Because as long as you limit yourself in terms of spending this, then you should be good to go. Like, I won't go past more than 40 jade souls that I've sacrificed, because I don't want to lose out on the jade souls that I'm trying to get from the Seireitei challenge. But it's just a matter of luck, so we're gonna try it. Like this right here, bad pull. This right here, bad pull. I got 2 bad pulls. I'm gonna do one more. Bad pull. It just happens. It just happens. So let's go ahead and fast forward. By the way, you guys, I forgot to mention, as I'm going through floor 3 here, I just encountered a shop. Now, I honestly don't recommend going through the shop at all. Like, there's nothing ever of any interest here in the shop. This is obviously the shrine, but if you ever come across the shop, I never buy anything from there, because the point of it is it's pointless. Like, you're spending excess amount of currency for what feels like nothing. So just ignore the shop if you get it. Go in it and be like, peace out, you guys. Alright, so this is the final wave of floor 3, which brings my total of soul jades made from the Seireitei challenge to be 300 total, not counting the ones that I've spent. You guys can also see here that we get a little bit of gold and some more Seireitei coins, and of course 2 Ichigo shards, which isn't a lot but would add up over time. So let's go ahead and fight these guys. But I definitely hope this video helped. If you need any more tips, feel free to leave a comment below, or if there's something that you guys want to see content wise in the game. If you're dying, especially early on in the Seireitei challenge, there's not really anything you can do about that. It may be a power issue or a bad selection of things that you chose, but they have the potions of life, and I've only used a couple of them my total time doing the Seireitei challenge, and I've been playing for, I think, maybe a month and a half now roughly. So you'll eventually grow out of it. Sometimes you just get bad RNG and there's nothing you can do about it. But revive your characters, fight them again, and just get it done, because this doesn't take that long and it's very, very beneficial in the long run. But I definitely hope this video helped you guys. If you haven't already, make sure you consider liking the video if you enjoyed it. And also, if you've been lurking, dude, feel free to subscribe, because there's some more Bleach content on the way. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.